Stevie Wonder, Creepin. I know, when it comes to the 70s, I become weak. I love too much the woody flower coming out from the vinyl of that time. Creepin is not one of the most famous Stevie Wonder songs, not at all. In fact, it's the last song of what was the first side of the vinyl's album, famous to be the position for one of the loudest tracks of the list. But there are no lousy tracks in Fulfilling Less First Final, which is the album that contains it, and in that specific case, the song has got some peculiarities that makes it a real masterpiece. Still, not better than any other song of the same collection. The composition by itself is just more wonderful composition of Stevie Wonder. The beauty of the verse is stellar and comprehensible by whoever in a second. On the other side, the complexity of the B part is so well hidden by his melodic lines, coming both from vocals and synths, that leave the section pass by as it was the easiest and most natural things to write. Not really. What's more, the way we connect the chorus back to the verse is a lesson by itself. But what really makes this song unique at the end are the synthesizers. So let's go back to the beginning, as the song starts with them, and there is no need to talk about seconds. The use he makes of them, it was totally unheard at that time. It was the 1974, 46 years ago. He treated them more as you would treat strings rather than a piano. Probably due to the fact that at that time the synths were mostly monophonic, only one note at a time. Mostly, because just 1 year before, Yamaha had built the first polyphonic synth, more notes to play together. And I can bet Wonder got it. But basically, he uses the same technique that he uses for the added vocals, where in its plot you start losing the understanding of which one is meant to be the main one. A technique that was then followed and over-abused with not exactly the same results from the 90s 2000 on, 25 years later. Not a joke. Back to the synths. They create a perfect orchestra, a contemporary one. I would say ultra-contemporary one, as it is still unreached. If you know of something similar, I will be more than happy to hear it. Groups, trills, and any other orchestra technique is there, in a perfect execution of any tool that a super talented director would use. If you have any time, go around 1974 to check what other people were making with the synthesizers. Completely incomparable. When on top of the synthesizer orchestra there is not his sweetest ever voice, the harmonica takes place. The harmonica attack recognizable against millions of harmonica players, which is just an extension of his voice. And lastly, the drum sound, that when I hear it, it makes me smell the sweet perfume of the wood oven of the Napolitan pizza. Not sure why, but I'm from there, and I have that taste imprinted in my DNA. I could keep talking about Wonder for more hours, more days, and months. Would you follow me? I don't think so. Therefore, I will now make you a question. How many stars would you give to such a song? 5?